don't know if you've seen this one. I'm pretty sure everyone has.
Oh. I haven't seen that.
Oh, what is going on, losers? Welcome to Lost Losers Podcast. I am your host, Mr. John B. Quett, coming at you from Ashland, Kentucky.
Thanks for checking. Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Young Jamie Fortney. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing all right.
So you never seen that opening clip?
No.
I don't know why I think it happened here in St. Louis. But yeah, that cop going after somebody, and then rolled it.
Yeah, I thought he was just kind of skidding out and he crashed and that was it. I thought he hit a pole or something. And then he just kept like going and flipped and everything.
He just started rolling. That's called inertia. And what happened?
Shit.
Anyways, before we get too deep into this podcast, if you are watching on YouTube or Rumble, please do us a favor, hit like and hit the subscribe button, please and thank you. If you're listening on Spotify or watching on Spotify, you can do that on the app now. Hashtag just saying. You can see our beautiful faces on the Spotify app. Or if you're watching on app or listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a 5-star review. If you please go to the socials, follow us at _ or at losers_lost and on Twitter and lost_loser_podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. So what's going on, James? Sorry.
Nothing much. That was a weird fucking clip. There's been some insane police chase clips recently.
Yeah, so I know that's from I think that's actually an old Vine that someone turned into a TikTok. I think actually that's how old that is. If not, it's similar, but I could be way the fuck off and wrong, but I've seen it before, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
anyways,
there's been like so many crazy videos that there's been multiple cities that have outlawed high-speed chases.
Yeah, just because of
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we have both the technology to track them down even after we stop pursuing them, and that it's safety stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, so if you're first time listening to this wonderful podcast, we like to kick this podcast off with the wishes. That's the weird and interesting shit that's happened this week. And Jimmy, why don't you go?
Nothing too much. I started working with my girlfriend's dad this week, doing junkyard work and stuff like that. It's been actually pretty fun, surprisingly.
Working with your hands, picking up cars. Are you stripping the parts? Yeah,
stripping parts, breaking down tires, selling like catalytic converters. We collect the gas. We just kind of tear through stuff, collect what we can, fill it with trash.
Why did your microphone cut out? Hey, why did your microphone cut out?
Oh, I dropped something on my keyboard and it hit my mute button.
Way to go, dummy.
But we fill them up with trash and break them down and stack them on a giant trailer and take them to a scrapyard. And yeah, get money for the scrap.
Yeah, you get money for the steel, for the cars, and then I'm guessing he sells the parts to core buyers like me that used to stuff guys like I used to do.
Yep.
And yeah, that's how he makes his money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool, man. So I guess he owns a junkyard or a salvage yard.
A junkyard, yeah.
Yeah. So
all right. Because I don't know what the difference between salvage and junkyard is, but junkyard scrapyard seems like there's a pretty decent difference.
Same, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Besides a recycler will, you know.
Yeah, the scrapyard I think around here just means that it's the recycle place. That's where we take the cars so that everything gets recycled and everything.
Yeah, so a salvage, So darn on, dude. Go on. Sorry, continue, buddy.
No, you're good. But yeah, it was. Him and I obviously have had some issues here and there in the past. He's just a big meathead, kind of Bible Belty old man, but him working with me, or with me working with him, it's obvious that he's trying to put his best foot forward, which I can fully respect and appreciate. But I think both of us, because of Haven, are really just trying to make this the best it can be and just work well together. And so that's helping the situation quite a bit.
That's called being an adult. And he probably respects a little bit that you went to him, but like, hey, I'm having problems. Did you go to him?
Yes, I did.
And
Yeah.
you went to him like, hey, I'm having problems finding a job. If you need some help around here, can I give you a hand?
Yeah.
Kind of situation. And he
Yep.
was just like, he probably respect that, dude. That's very admirable of you. That's very, you're like, hey, I'm having problems trying to find a job. If you need help, and he was just like, hey, I can always use the help, I'm guessing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So, plus you like working. I used to do it, man. It's a fun job to tear apart,
Yeah, it's weirdly satisfying. It's kind of one of those manly man jobs, but throwing around tires, and you don't really have to care about breaking shit, and so you're just trying to be fast and just throwing shit around, and like it's kind of fun.
Nice.
One of the first cars I found a skateboard, so I have a skateboard over in the yard now that I can go try to do kick flips and shit whenever there's nothing to do.
Nice. Good stuff, dude.
But yeah, and then there wasn't too much this week. It was doing school paperwork before starting to do that on Thursday. And yesterday, Saturday night, I called my best friend Elijah. Or Friday night, we did a live stream.
Yes.
And during the live stream, I was kind of messaging my buddy Elijah, and I sent him a link to the Zoom call. And he hopped in. John and him got to meet for the first time.
Sorry, Elijah.
For a while.
So yeah, that's up on our YouTube channel if you want to go see that.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure out why everyone's mad about Spaz. Still don't get it.
It's a little odd. I think it's just kind of reaching, but I kind of get his point of view also. But no, I don't. That's one that's just reaching.
Yep. I'm sick and tired of the 99% bending to the 1%. So if you're mad about people using the word spaz, get the fuck over it, spaz. I'm a fucking spaz, dude. I knock shit over all the fucking time. I say wild shit. So fuck off. Anyways, sorry, spaz. What?
But we did that. You guys talked for a while. You got to hang out. And that was a really fun fucking time. I don't know that you remember almost any of it.
No. Hardly remember any of it.
And
Daddy was drunk. Daddy was real drunk. I think I kept on going outside and hanging out with the neighbors and talking to everyone. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm supposed to be live on YouTube right now. Fucking, I'd come back in for a few minutes. I was fucking everywhere. I was out of control. And anyways, sorry, James. Continue. I'm keep interrupting.
It was a fun time though. And then yesterday, towards the end of that conversation, him and I were talking about different games that we need to play and stuff. And he brought up this game called Before Your Eyes. And this game, I've had it for a little bit now, but I just haven't played it because I've known it's a very emotional story and just one that you really want to try to envelop yourself into if you're going to be playing it for a little bit. And it's only like a 2-hour game at most. But he was like, you need to play that. And I already had it downloaded and everything. And so he was like, I'll call you tomorrow night. I want to watch you play it. And he was like, Haven needs to watch me play it and all this stuff. And it's this game where it has this mechanic where if you have a webcam set up, every time you blink, it progresses through the game, through the story of the game. And so it's called Before Your Eyes because you're going through your life story before your eyes as you're blinking through your life.
Gotcha.
And so it's kind of a spirit guiders takes your soul out of the lake of souls and takes you on your last adventure to tell your story to the gatekeeper. And you go on this story about how you lived in this great house, your parents were very loving, you became a art prodigy, you were traveling the world making art until your mom passed away and all this stuff. And like halfway through the game, the storyteller interrupts you and is just like, hey, motherfucker, you hear that sound? You see here all these crows yelling at you? These are liar crows. They can tell when you're lying. Tell me the fucking truth. And then the game just starts spiraling out of fucking control and going into the story about you as a child growing up in a loving house and everything. And when you were 11, you got sick and you had to stay in the house for an entire year. And in that time, while you're growing up, you were learning piano. Your mom was a piano teacher and all this stuff. And during the time, pianist.
It's a pianist.
And you have to you get sick, you have to stay in your home for an entire year. Within that year, you learn that you are an art prodigy, you start drawing and everything. And towards the end, you start learning that your health is declining more and more. And this story just starts going into the parents or the child's perspective of seeing his parents watch him go as he's in a coma and all this stuff. And I lost my shit at the end of the game.
Just crying.
Yeah. Like, I was screaming, crying because like, the first time I watched The Notebook, it was like the same kind of crying. Like I was screaming, like, what the fuck?
I have a story.
The Notebook fucked me up. Like I didn't want to talk to anyone for like 2 days after I watched that movie. I was like, what the fuck? Life's not real. There's no point.
So when The Notebook came out, I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
And everyone who knows in the Navy, when you're underway or the ships
cry. It's like
no, hold on. So you get the movies early. So so we'll still get the movies early. Like a lot of the movies still be in movie theaters, and we'll end up with them, and we'll watch them when we're on underway. That's our TV. We'll watch movies at night.
I saw Iron Man early.
Yeah. So I was watching. One. Yeah. So I was watching. So it was either watch The Notebook or Joe Dirt for the 40th fucking time, and we're like, whatever. So I'm in Combat Systems Birthing.
I want to hear this. Oh shit!
And it's like 8:00 at night, and we start watching The Notebook.
How many people
in Birthing? So 2, 4. It was probably about 10 to 15 of us, like laying on the couches, laying on the floor, watching the movie.
Yeah.
Just all right. So they're all watching the movie. Okay, we get engrossed in the movie. Like we are dudes engrossed in this movie. At the end of the movie, my chief was up on watch up at CSMC and came down to use our restroom.
Yeah.
And it was about the ending of the movie. And he kind of knew it. He knew we'd all be in there watching it. So he went in there to take a piss and flipped on the fucking lights when that big reveal, and when everyone just starts fucking crying at the end of the Notebook. And he was like, you fucking pussies! Look at you fucking crying. Dude, I jumped up because he watched it the night before in Chief's Birthing. And fucking they were all fucking crying in Chief's Birthing. And anyways, he flips on the fucking light and we are all fucking 10, 15 are fucking ball. I jump up and went, you fucking fat, you fucking weirdo. I'm walking away. I'm like, I'm going to smoke. All of us caught tears. All of us.
I watched for some reason. My last girlfriend, she found a lot of enjoyment on kind of breaking me emotionally on certain things like that. And so a little bit, yeah. And she showed me The Notebook and was just like, you have to watch this. Your reaction will be great, just because she knew how emotional I am. And was like almost laughing at me because of how much it fucked with me. But I was like screaming, crying, just why
Dude,
the fuck? Why?
we were all I ain't crying, sissy. Homo, like shit like that. Do you mean calling each other? Like when you go do man, like I think I went to the gym afterwards because I had to do some man stuff or something like that. I had to like throw weights just to feel like. Anyways, all right. What else you got? Anything else?
Nothing much. It was just
Nice.
cried like a
Cried like a girl.
motherfucker at the end of that game, and talked to Elijah for a little bit longer. We were watching some memes and some dumb shit trying to cheer me back up after the end of that. And then went to bed, but I didn't have too much this week. It was just
Nice. Right on.
college stuff, work, and yeah, crying.
And crying, huh? And crying. All right.
I cry so easily at movies and everything.
It happens, James. It's fine. It's not. There ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. For those of you who don't know, and I'm going to give you out a phone number, and you guys can call this guy and fucking harass him. I don't give a shit because fuck this dude. Now I hope his opponent fucking wins. So hold on, I'm going to get into this. So for those of you who know me, I'm not a big napper. I'm not a person who takes a nap. So when I'm able to take a nap, I enjoy the nap. Like it's a treat to me to actually to get a nap in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you interrupt me in that nap, I tend to get a little upset. So my phone goes off, and this is my own fault as well because I didn't turn my phone off before I fell asleep. And my phone goes off to a text message, so I didn't know who it was. So obviously I didn't know if it was my wife or somebody important texting me. So I grabbed my phone, and it says, "Hi, John. This is Nicholas with Spencer Totter for U.S. Senate. Find out why your neighbors are excited for supporting Spencer." Thank you, political fucking ad. 314-207-4916. Tell this dude to go fuck himself now. Woke me up from a nap. For that, it gets better.
Is this like a neighbor or something?
Nope. I went by this. I said, I texted back, so I was pissed off because you woke me up from my nap. So I go by this. I text this back, and this is what I wrote. By this random text, and you knowing my name and number without ever talking to me, automatically, I'm voting for your opponent. I don't care if they want to kill babies, take my guns, whatever. Thank you for ruining my nap on this peaceful afternoon. They text me back. Your information was found in a public available database and matched to the county provider voter file. We identify you as someone who might be interested in hearing from our campaign and work at Spencer is doing. I'm so sorry to bother you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I still ain't fucking voting for Spencer Totter, okay? Fuck you, all right? Kiss my ass. Whatever you're for, I'm against, okay? Come knock on my fucking door next time. That way I can tell you go fuck yourself to your face.
I didn't think they would send a message back.
Yeah, they did. Not even kidding.
It's pretty good.
It is good, right? I thought it was fucking hilarious as well. All right. So that was like a kickoff to my week. Started my new job. Hello to all you people there. That if you hear this, that was interesting.
Talking about the podcast at work.
She asked me why I can't work weekends, and I went, I do podcasts and I do other things on the weekends where I'm busy. That's why I want to do this part time. And she goes, "What podcast you do?" I'm like, "I do the Lost Losers podcast." Oh, okay. That was why. Just saying.
Huh.
I am usually a busy man on the weekends. If all of you who know me, if you know, you know. Hashtag just saying. So, but yeah, my job there. So I'm gonna get a little personal here for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you to listen to me here. So I'm on this new medication that I'm taking. It's an antidepressant. Can't fucking stand it. Absolutely hate it. For two reasons. One, I normally sleep only 3 to 4 hours a night to begin with, but now I can't seem to fall asleep unless it like I'll stare at the ceiling for fucking in the clock for hours now. And when I do fall asleep though, I don't want to get out of bed. And if anybody who knows me, I'm a morning person. I get my feet hit the ground. I'm a moving and grooving, and I am not on this. And then here's the other problem. I can't seem to finish sexually, if you know what I mean. Like the white stuff doesn't want to come out.
Your yogurt shooter is clogged.
Like, so I've been on it for almost a full month now. It'd be almost a full month. And I think so. When I was in the shower after my walk on Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning, it finally came unclogged per se, and it was so bad. Like I almost fell over. Like my knees started buckling. Like, and
Yeah.
it was everywhere. I'm talking. I felt like a drain man. I think I lost 13 pounds just in one nut. Because I mean, dude, and it was dude, I was fucking shaking, like holding myself. I thought I was going down in the shower. Like I was like, oh, they're gonna find me dead, and they're gonna like, where did all this come from? And what the fuck?
Looks like a jackass skit.
Dude, I'm not even kidding you. That I thought I was gonna die in the shower. Like I was blacking out. Like, dude, like everything was starting to close in for a minute. I
don't
fucking
like
shaking.
jerking off in the shower.
Listen, I'm not a big fan of it either. But
I feel like
Jesus
that's
Christ,
an older guy thing.
I'm not a big fan of it either. It's not my favorite. But listen,
because if you have the water going, it immediately sticks to the fucking floor, and so your feet are all sticky for the next like few days after you shower and everything. If you have a big enough load, it clogs the drain. You've never had that?
No, dude, what are you shooting out? Softballs? Like,
I got some Elmer's glue almost, but
like,
yeah,
okay,
you can clog up a drain. Have you never
had that problem? Anyways, but yeah, it was one of those incidences. It's like Jesus. So I can't wait to get off these fucking things. Not wait. Like, can't wait to talk to my doctor on Thursday and be like, what we got to do to get off these? Because this is I will literally write in a journal, do whatever I have to do. I'll go to psycho fucking therapy to then fucking never be on antidepressants again. This is terrible, if you ask me. But oh well. So I was in Walmart the other day.
What'd you do this time?
And it dawned on me.
Oh.
And I said this earlier on a Twitter space this week because I got to talk to the wonderful Pollyanna for a few minutes. And she has just recently moved to the state. And I asked her about it. And I noticed,
Missouri?
No.
Oh.
So I noticed when I was in Walmart the other day, Walmart is like the Ohio of department stores.
Yes.
Everything is reasonably priced. Everything you need is there. But even the employees and the customers don't want to be in the store.
Yeah, it's the scum of the earth there.
Like, no, it's not that. Like, and that's like Ohio. Like, everything's reasonably priced. Everything you ever fucking need is right there. But nobody in that state wants to be there. And I said that to Pollyanna, and she goes, "Oh my God, you're 100% correct."
Did you tell Pollyanna
No, I didn't tell her you were shooting out softballs and fucking.
No.
Fucking rings.
My comparison to Ohio.
No.
It's just this rural bar fight of a state. I think she would appreciate that.
Oh yeah, it's a bar fight of the state. It's the what?
A
Or-
rural bar fight of
It-
a state.
It really is. But I think Walmart really is the Ohio of department stores or retail stores.
I can see that.
You know. And so, just saying. Other than that, man, I got nothing else.
What's
That's
the
it.
Florida of retail stores? Kmart.
Grandpa Pigeons. If you ever had the fortunate to be going into a Grandpa Pigeons, that would be the Florida of department stores. Like that would be it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Ross or something, because it's just boxes of clothes that dropped off the back of the truck.
Ross dress for
they-
less.
Yeah, they
Dude,
just grabbed the boxes and were like, let's make a business out of this, motherfucker.
Well,
That
TJ
it's
more
a very
dude,
Florida thought.
TJ Maxx is more the Florida of retail stores. Just saying. But- Let's fucking get into some news, shall we?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
They
So
just steal their clothes that they sell.
an Italian decathlon runner over the week. Oh, God damn it. I thought I hadn't.
I feel like runner isn't correct.
No, he's in a decathlon and he was running. He
Okay.
had a place in last place because he was having, let's say, technical difficulties.
Does dick fall out? So I've seen this plenty. In certain countries where there's like marathons out the ass, like France and stuff, it's a regular thing. They just keep going. No
Yeah.
one bats an eye. They're just like, well, that happens.
No, so his kept coming out, and he had like multiple times was flashing everyone as he was running and putting it back in. To the point
Yeah.
where at one point he had to stop, adjust, and continue the race. And it just everything he did just made it worse.
That's awesome.
So he just slowly trotted to finish dead last because his dick just kept coming out. I mean, that's a good problem to have, I guess.
I was about to say, I'm just gonna keep running.
I mean, it's a good problem. It's a good problem.
I'm gonna just keep running.
Yeah.
The people are the murmur. I'm gonna hope is gonna be faster than me, and so that parents know to cover their children's eyes. That's all I can hope for.
Yeah, just
Sound moves faster than me, hopefully. Just the side to side smacking.
that sounds, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to begin this one. This is so bizarre. So in Raleigh, Durham International Airport, so there was a plane, two guys were flying a plane. I'm trying to figure out where I had it right here, what the plane was. Sorry guys for a little bit of it was a small cargo plane, a 1983 Casa C212 Avacor was forced to make an emergency landing. They went to go to one airport and went to land and had a rough landing, and then one of their tires came off.
Oh no.
So they circled around and tried to went to another airport. The co-pilot decided, that plan wasn't good enough and decided to take the exit at 3,500 feet. Oh, by the way, the other guy safely landed the plane on its belly with a few minor injuries. Now, the gentleman who decided to take the exit at 3,500 feet was found in somebody's backyard. The couple who owned the house said they heard a thud and called 911, only to go out and discover this man's body. Nobody knows why he did it.
3,500 is like, oh my God.
What?
Like base jumpers
Yeah.
try to go for heights like that. You can't.
You're not going to survive. But his co-pilot landed the plane safely is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, good on that dude. But the
What's going on? What are you thinking?
lay low jumps, low altitude, low openings.
Yeah.
Like you're jumping at like 6. You're jumping at like 6,000.
Hey,
And that's like dangerous for soldiers.
I wouldn't like. What do you honestly think he did it because he think he was going to survive, or do you think he just had or do you just think he had a panic moment that?
And did he have a parachute?
No, he just took it stage left. Right. He just. Nobody knows why.
So he was just a tower jumper. He was just like, I'd rather not.
Okay.
Like,
let me re-give this to you.
No, I get it now completely. That he just kind of was like, peace, bye.
Instead of trying to land this plane on the belly.
I thought he had a parachute for some reason.
He was just like, stage, exit, stage, right. And didn't say anything. Just got up and walked out and jumped out of the cargo plane. Landed in some
makes
people's
it way better, yeah.
Landed in some people's poor backyard. Can you imagine mowing your lawn? Okay, here's what I'm picturing. All right. A dad, middle class dad, mowing the yard on a Saturday afternoon. The sun is blue. The sun is out.
That?
Barbecue is going. He's just like, well, that's a weird looking bird. And out this dude falls right into his fucking backyard.
Just the noise. Just how loud it would be.
That's what I wish they had on video is the thump sound. Because I want to hear what that sounded like.
No, it's not going to be like a shot put sinking into the grass. It's going to be a fucking thud.
Do you think he bounced or skidded? Or do you think it was just one and done?
No, they rarely ever just one and done. Even on grass, there's a lot of bouncing. Like
that's one thing.
You have to like a shot put. Yes, I've thrown shot put into grass where it just sinks down almost like a foot down, and it has that like sound.
Yeah.
No, it would bounce and it would have like a concrete like sound of like a thud, and I can promise you that it would be terrifying. It would sound like a shotgun blast.
Dude, I bet it was.
That's my bet. It would be fucking loud.
I just want to know why the guy, like, instead of like trying to land the plane, why
for a second I thought he had a parachute, and if he would have landed and survived, he would have gotten some charges for that. Like that would have been some serious shit for him if he would have somehow survived.
Like that's what I'm trying to get. Is like, why didn't he decide? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you know,
And yeah, that's the thing.
I
is
guess
that
he
if
just
you
was just
put-
like,
if you put the effort forward as a pilot to land correctly and everything, there's a lot of leniency there if you're still following the rules. And so, yeah, there's just not. It's just be like peace.
you know, it's just, I don't even know. Like, doop, see you later. But his buddy survived, landed the plane fine. I don't know. You know,
Yeah, I want to get my pilot's license. So eventually, what was it?
So you have chosen death.
That's what I mean. It's kind of like the tower jumper mentality of like not wanting to deal with it. So they're just like, you know, fuck it, this is easier.
the guy, I get it. You know,
I still want to get my license. I think
I get it.
I'll fly you around.
All right.
eventually.
Last news story of the week, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we got to go to everyone's favorite state,
Which one of mine?
God's waiting room,
Oh, West Virginia,
Florida.
Florida. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying which one of mine.
Yeah. A Florida man, where he was arrested last Friday, for driving a stolen truck to the Space Force base in Brevard County in what he called a mission from the President of the United States.
I have a buddy stationed there.
In Space Force?
Yeah.
Nice. There's only like 13 jobs, isn't there?
Something like that. Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, 29-year-old Corey Johnson, in a stolen Ford F-150, drove to the Patrick Space Force base. When he tried to get on the base, he claimed the president told him in his mind that he needed to take the vehicle and warn government officials that there were U.S. aliens fighting Chinese dragons.
Which president?
I'm guessing Biden.
In Florida, I have to ask that question.
Well,
You get what I mean.
mm-hmm.
He's still the president to certain people out there.
Okay, but U.S. aliens are fighting Chinese dragons.
I hope we have some aliens. Like if we have some like soldier aliens somehow, I'm down. I want to see them. I want to know about them.
Aliens?
If
Yeah.
we have soldier aliens that we can control somehow, yes.
Dude, first of all, can
If
we
we have alien slaves, yes. I want to know about that. I'm okay with it.
why do you have to have alien slaves? Why do they have to, like, slavery's bad. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They're not humans.
They're still a humanoid, or, a
So are
thinking being.
monkeys. So are monkeys. We're keeping them bitches.
But anyways, all right. I got to show you this guy's fucking booking image because there's no way this dude is 29.
Oh, that's scary.
Like, drugs are bad, people.
Hell of a drug.
Like, we don't, like, that dude's 29.
That's meth does some shit.
It's a wild shit. Yeah, well, it makes you drive to a fucking Space Force base and warn them about aliens and dragons fighting.
I hope there's real dragons still. Like I still have that kind of like childhood hope that there's real dragons out somewhere out there.
They are. Technically, it was just a T-Rex.
Well, yeah, or Komodo dragons.
Everyone's like, wait a minute, T-Rex wasn't a dragon? No, T-Rex was a bird, though.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of that stuff. It's kind of interesting.
Wait, if you want me to, I'll bring up a fucking Reddit fucking post to prove it. God damn it. And it'll make so much more sense. You know what? Just because I brought it up, Let me fucking find it. All right. That fucking found it, bro, right here. Hold on. I feel like my TV is really, really loud.
I think it's all right. Which one?
No. Like on my end, not your end.
Yeah.
So that. All right. Yeah. T-Rex is a bird. Or that's what I think. T-Rex is basically the dragon that we're all thinking
Yeah.
depicted. That's what I'm saying. You know, but this makes sense.
Which conspiracy theory is so believable that it might be true? The arms on Tyrannosaurus rex skeletons are backwards. They ought to be rotated 180 degrees. What good are these stubby little arms for? We have found out relatively recently that T-Rex have feathers. It is now an established fact. T-Rex were not covered in scales but in feathers. Like a bird. Take the arms on a T-Rex and flip them around 180 degrees. Now you have wings like an ostrich. Here is an illustration of an ostrich skeleton. See the small arms? Now look at the Tyrannosaurus. We used to think of almost all dinosaurs as lizard-like. In fact, the name means terrible lizard. Now we know that many different animals that we think of as dinosaurs are more bird-like than lizard-like. Tyrannosaurus rex had wings, not big wings to fly with, but wings that were perhaps something like that of an ostrich, cassowary, or emu, although likely much smaller in proportion to their body. Ostriches use their wings in mating rituals, to make themselves appear larger, and to signal and communicate. Perhaps T-Rex used theirs for some similar purpose. They did not have useless stubby little arms.
Yeah.
That makes see? That's what I'm talking about. The dragon.
I completely believe that they had feathers and all that, and I've heard the wing thing here and there, but I haven't seen like pictures and stuff like that. Trying to break it down a little bit.
So I think that they probably found these the T-Rex as the depicted throughout the time as dragons through Chinese, Mayan, and all that. That's probably what it was. Is the these big fucking lizard-like fake ass birds? You know what I'm saying?
And there
Terrible
was
dinosaurs, but that's what I'm saying.
And there was fossils of some of the more aquatic stuff that they depicted because they had like water dragons and all that shit also.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. But anyways, how did we get here? Oh, you said you're hoping aliens are real. We all know that. Like,
I just hope that we have like some control on like a sector of aliens. If the US has like an alien fund, not like finding aliens, but like if we have like a defense fund just to like arm aliens and shit, I'm so down. So fucking down.
Joe, okay, so I was watching Sam Tripoli was on Rogan's podcast. Is his name Sam?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Okay, he was on this week. I was watching it earlier, and he was just talking about how, oh fuck, what was it? I can't go look it up. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's like a clip of, but he talks about how some admiral's journal, when they went down to Antarctic, they stumbled upon the Nazis and aliens making a deal, and Eisenhower or whatever came in and broke the deal up. And that's why Eisenhower made a deal with aliens that they are able to kidnap people, but they can only do it in national parks. And they take humans and go study them and do whatever they want. And that's how Eisenhower did with the national parks. And that's why so many kidnappings happen in national parks. Alien abductions happen there. It's the most wild shit, dude. I was fucking dying laughing, dude. I was fucking rolling, dude. It is the most wild ass shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, that one's out there.
It was fucking fun. I was dying laughing. Dying.
And I say that's out there, and the funniest thing is that someone could probably like package that in the right way and make it like have some suspenseful music behind it, make it some like documentary thing, and I'd be like, they got something going here.
Is it weird? Is it weird? I kind of want to see this as a movie. Like, I want to see like a fictional telling of that. Like Eisenhower going, you need to take the fleet and go to Antarctic and see what's all going on down there. And
If I saw some like the moon landings fake bullshit, but it's like a fake Eisenhower on like the front of a boat, like talking to some aliens.
It needs to be like a Watchman like a Watchmen comic, like Dr. Manhattan and fucking Nixon as president.
Oh god,
in
so
1983,
weird.
Nazis and aliens making deals, and then Eisenhower's like, "Oh, that's how we'll come up with national parks." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's wild. Telling you, people are strange. When you are strangers, do I need? Nope, don't need that no more. All right. Since we started off with Reddit stories, let's get to a few more,
it's weird. For years, I thought a lot of the Nazi conspiracies were just like, it's all smoke up your ass. But then you find out that there's like Nazi villages randomly throughout South America and stuff because they were just like flee down there. And weird stuff like that.
Oh, you mean like fuck? Argentina?
Yeah.
When there's just like there's like
there's like towns that they're still like, yeah, grandpa brought all the money to this town. This is the reason we have this. And like I can understand from that perspective. But at the same time, you're like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Who was it? Tom Segura? This is like Argentina is kind of like Beverly Hills. Like you're going down, you're like, you're starting to speak Spanish to somebody, and they're like, we speak German. You're like, wait, I thought you guys, huh? or did that? And you're like, wait, don't you have to like, yeah, there's a brown person over there. It's like Beverly Hills. I was like, Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Oh, so weird.
So weird.
And I'm sure there was quite a few of those people that kind of got out of the brainwashing to an extent and weren't horrible old men, but still, it's just like, what the fuck?
Speaking of, we're going to stay with that tone.
The time I effed up by accidentally getting railed by my cousin. Obligatory, this didn't happen today, but I was painfully reminded of the event after seeing him today. So a while ago I started using Tinder and other online dating sites, going out with a few guys here and there. I met the cutest guy, he was hot. We went on around 3 dates and got on so well. We started sleeping together, it was phenomenal. For our 4th date he invited me to a party his family was throwing. Imaging our surprise when we get there, it's my effing family. He goes up, this is my Auntie Adele, and I'm like, no dude, this is my Auntie Adele. We found a quiet table to sit whilst the realization dawned on us that we were, in fact, related. Ew. I noped out of there and scrubbed the memory from my mind, until today when I saw him at our granddad's funeral.
What's done is done. Can't wait for part 2. Railed my cousin again at grandpa's funeral.
This is a random comment. Yeah, just some asshole.
I loved it. I'm sorry. I know it was a fucked up thing. I apologize. I apologize for everyone. You know me. I gotta fucking throw in a curveball for all you. Y'all love me for it. It's done. It's done. Oh man. James.
What up?
30 year. Nope. I'm gonna say that one for last. I think.
All right.
Oh yes, let's do this one. Forget it. I was gonna give you a choice, but I decided not to. Because I'm a jerk like that. You know me. Sorry. You guys love me. Don't fucking judge.
We're fine. Yeah.
THC chocolate out and sending my mom into orbit on edibles. My cousin decided it would be a good idea to give my dad 2 squares of THC chocolate for Christmas, because he'd mentioned that maybe he'd want to get high. My parents are 75-year-old Republicans. That was a big maybe. Well, my mom is like an unsupervised puppy when it comes to chocolate. You put half a candy bar down and yank, gone when you come back. You can guess what happened. My mom went sniffing for some chocolate and found it, and ate both squares of chocolate, tilde 8 to 16 doses, depending on one's tolerance, and got so high that she couldn't move or talk. Her last words, high as a kite, were, I think this might be the end? Before my dad, fearing she'd had a stroke, called an ambulance. They took her to the hospital, and when she came around a bit, the doc asked her what she'd eaten and she said, just 2 squares of chocolate. At which point I assume my father facepalmed and my parents had to tell the doc that my mother was in fact Simply higher than the Red Bull Orbit jumper. Anyway, they ran every test in the world on her and found out she had major blockages in 3 coronary arteries, 97%, 98% and 99%. So now she's having a triple bypass tomorrow. DR, Mom got high as balls by accident, turned out it saved her life. Obligatory gold edit, thanks all for your well wishes. A few things to clear up. Mom went into the hospital on Saturday. As of now, she's been transferred to a hospital in Manhattan where she awaits surgery details. I'm in Canada for work, so it's kind of tough not being able to hold my mom's hand, but I'm planning to head back down to NY this weekend to be with her. Also, Op is not a dude. Smile.
So mom accidentally gets high
Yeah.
and saves her life.
OP original poster is not a dude, so it was a female that posted all that.
Oh, really?
That's what the ending means.
Oh.
But holy shit, good on them
That's fucking
to
awesome.
an extent.
That's amazing.
And there's not really any like knowing about blockages like that, is there, until it fucking happens, really.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
They could see it, like pick them up on X-rays, like if they do a
Yeah,
chest
if
X-ray,
you
yeah.
go in for a regular
Yeah.
checkups, yeah. But if you're a normal person and
Yeah.
you don't really go to
So,
the
but
hospital,
because she ate 2 square, dude, how high do you think? I think that the last
she doesn't
thing,
smoke. That woman hasn't fucking touched anything. She was like a teenager, and you know that. And she just all of a sudden just woo.
goodbye, sweetheart, it's time
Oh, I
to
wish I
go.
could feel that.
What's that?
I wish I could feel that.
Oh my goodness. You have edible blockage, don't you?
Yeah, I can't. Edibles don't work on me. It's not me trying to be like, oh, I just do too much. No, it's just edibles don't work. I've eaten a full gram of wax inside of edibles and been fine.
Jesus. You can only get just more resin with diamonds, James.
Yes, that stuff is good.
Yeah, I know. Put you on the fucking floor for a good little bit. You know?
What's the next one?
Oh,
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I don't know. I don't know what's coming.
I think everyone is really who listens to the podcast now, the regulars, are like, Jesus, these stories that you guys are doing at the end are like out of control. I'm like, I know. I appreciate them.
I gotta poop. Okay,
All
some
right.
background. I shit a lot, like 3 to 4 times a day, and when I have to poop usually there is no holding it. January 2020, Seoul Air Base, South Korea. It was a cold January morning and the sun had just started to rise as I finished my bacon burrito and smoke my Newport 100. I feel bowel movement form. I walk to the bathroom as I sip on my ice-cold Red Bull and sit on the ice-cold toilet only to release a large fart. I sit there for another 10 minutes waiting for the movement but nothing. I wipe, pull up my pants, wash my hands and make my way to the helicopter. I climb to chopper headed to another base. There were 8 of us on this journey, the pilots, Pound, and more. The crew chiefs Eddie and Hootie, and finally the Paxes John, Bulrook, Doris and myself. The helicopter takes off, the vibrations start to loosen up the dookie. 5 minutes into the flight I officially have to poop and I was using all my willpower to hold it. We are at 7,000 feet above sea level, it's at most -6 Celsius and I'm sweating bullets from holding the poop in. I can feel myself close to shitting my pants. I think to myself, this cannot be happening, I am not about to drop a deuce in my drawers at 7,000 feet in an aircraft full of people, oh god. I inform the people around me that I am minutes away from shitting my pants. Doris reaches into his backpack and pulls out a beanie telling me to shit in that. It is definitely a step up from my underwear. Squatting, pants now around my ankles, and holding the soft fleece beanie under my ass. I try to shit and all of a sudden I can't shit. Is this stage fright? Finally, I can shit, a euphoric relief overcomes my body, I feel 10 lighter. The beanie is 55% and it smells god awful. The smell fills the entire cabin and the cockpit. Everyone is scrambling for whatever fresh air they can get. Without even think I open the floor cargo hook access door and drop the beanie full of my shit. Everyone was filled with relief as the smell dissipates
That's
swiftly.
amazing.
All at once, we are overcome pure fear. There is a large shit hurling towards a densely populated area south of Seoul. All I
Yup.
can imagine is some poor souls were hit with my shit all because I couldn't hold it.
Yes, someone did get hit. Or at least it affected someone's day. You know it did.
It just didn't affect someone's day. It ruined it. What the fuck do you mean? There was someone that was probably like sunshines, lollipops, and rainbows.
And you know it's not a thud. You know it's sprinkled. It's sprinkled all over them that all of a sudden just like, ew, what's that? Ah!
Oh, a fucking beanie half full of shit just landed on somebody. Just that completely ruined their fucking day.
Oh yeah.
I'd go turn around and go home. That's a turn around and go home moment.
On your way to an interview, you just get showered and shit.
Clearly, that's a sign that you didn't need that job. You know what I mean?
I would do the same thing. I would drop into the hatch. I like no question in my fucking mind. Like, yes, I would do that.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing though. I know that I just fucking conk.
Do you think they were like? Here's the problem. Do you think they were? It stunk so bad that they were.
Oh my god!
Because this guy had a fucking bacon burrito and a fucking and smokes Newport 100s. That you know it's not clean. And if you do it,
yeah.
and when you shit 3 to 5 times a day, you know you ain't clean, bro. And it probably stunk so bad. They were like, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. So he did, and he was just like, and then it dawned on him like, we probably should have waited 5 minutes. Like maybe before we got over the river or something. You know what I mean?
Get over some water.
Over some water. Nope. You did it probably in downtown South Seoul, Korea.
Oh, he said like 7, like they dropped it like 10 minutes into the flight. They're nowhere near water like that quickly.
Like, you know.
They're still over something.
You know, like, bro.
Oh, this is so fucking good. Because they're still like getting up to height and everything almost.
I don't even know what to fucking say on that. Like, ugh. Can you imagine if it was a street vendor's cart or something like that? Because there's a lot of street vendors out there in Seoul. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Oh, what an asshole.
I would have done the same thing.
Definitely.
Those who have
100%.
been to a ruined wedding, what happened? This didn't happen at a wedding, but at a 30-year wedding anniversary. I was working as a waiter at an inn. We had ballrooms for private parties and other bigger events. The bride and groom had spared no expense. About 100 guests, 5-course meal, an open bar, a whole day party. We were supposed to close it at 4 in the morning. It was grand, and one of the biggest parties I had waited on so far. After the main course, the husband stood up and held a speech. A long one. He started out reminiscing of when they had met. Their early life together, the hard times they had endured. He then talked at length about how he loved the children she had birthed him, and told each of them how proud he was of them, their character, and accomplishments. So far it was one of the better speeches I had ever heard. It was heartfelt, he had a lot of charisma. He was well-spoken, and funny. But then he turned to his wife again. He told her that he had hated her for the last 4 years of their life together. That she was a toxic narcissistic, rhymes with hunt word, that had made him feel miserable, and almost had driven him to end it all. He told her that he knew she had a lover. Pointed him out in the crowd, next to his wife and children. He had evidence and was suing for divorce, intending to take everything. He gave her the divorce papers right then and there. Then he announced to everyone that he had gotten his own apartment. That movers had moved all his stuff while they were at the party, and that he would be leaving shortly. But everything was already paid for, so they should stay and enjoy themselves. In the stunned silence that ensued, he tipped all staff. Dishwashers, bosses, waiters, and busboys $200 each and left. Needless to say, all except family had left the party within the hour.
Oh fuck.
Bro.
That is.
Do you think this guy is sitting there with his phone? He gets a text message from the guys like, hey man, we already got all your stuff. It's already moved. And he goes, okay. And he stands up and
Yeah,
starts giving the
that was
speech
basically his cue. Yeah.
and starts giving the speech and all of that and goes on and boop, drops points out the lover in front of his family as well with evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a chef's kiss. You come with
Fucking
receipts.
Good on him. Like, and that's one of those that if you got all that and everything, no one can like. They can get mad at you because they're mad at themselves. They can't be mad at you. There's no one that can get mad at you. You didn't do it disrespectfully, in my opinion. You did it as
the
how a
last
man
4
should.
years. The last 4 years, you've been a narcissistic cunt, and I've known you have a lover. Bup, 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 bup.
And then go and hand the money out for the people that he inconvenienced their job, because as a man, that's what he should do.
And
that's no one can get mad at you. Like, that is a fucking holy, like, her parents are still friends with him.
Everybody's still friends with him.
Like, fuck yeah. Her parents are like, I'm so sorry. Is there anything we can do? Like,
what do you think
her parents are like groveling at her?
What do you think the kids are doing?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Like,
I think the kids are on his side probably because, like, yeah, they're gonna pick up on her being a bitch.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, no, there's no getting mad at him.
Wow, dude.
No one can get mad at him. And he's not taking the house from her yet, at least. He's not kicking her out. He's not.
He went and got his own apartment.
Like, that's the way you do it. He's leaving you with the kids until he shows the fucking 12 people that have to sit on the stand and the rest of the world what you did.
Yep.
You get to blow smoke up your kids' asses until then, though.
Bro, so good. I love it.
Jesus. No, there's no being mad at him. There's no nothing. That is the way to do it. Fuck you, anyone that gets mad at him.
Like, fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I think as well.
To point out the old man, the like librarian dude that's been fucking her probably.
Yeah, whoever it was, man. Can you imagine? Yeah. Boy.
Woo!
I want to know what happened.
This is like a community party. This is like the town's people.
Like, there's 100 people there of family and guests, and you fucked up 2 marriages. These people are fucking around, and this dude fucking blew up 2 marriages with 1 bomb, and then paid everybody. He paid for everything.
Yeah.
He was well off, kind of seriously well off, went around, started tipping out all the fucking staff and the busters and everyone. Here's $200. You all have a good night. I appreciate you. Stay and enjoy the drinks. I've already paid for them.
Yeah.
Deuces.
That's the way to do it.
Bro, the huevos on that man is bro.
The pimpness of that. Like,
he walked out with that man walked out with his chest out and his head high.
I hope some woman followed him out. That's all I'm gonna say.
I hope he went out and got a hooker and got a fantastic blowjob.
No, one of the women there needed to follow him out. That's the way just like, go. Yeah.
Someone needs to suck his dick tonight, and I'm going to do it because this man deserves it.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those. But, all right. Tinder dates cats.
The time I effed up by playing with my Tinder dates cat. Throwaway account because this is really embarrassing. This actually happened today, about 30 minutes ago. So I went on a Tinder date with this girl last night. It was great, she's really pretty and we had a great time. We came back to her place as it was close by and ended up doing the deed multiple times and ended up in bed. Now I haven't had much action in a while and it really tired me out, so I slept like a rock. Fast forward to about half an hour ago and I wake up butt bare, alone in her bed, but I can hear her downstairs in the kitchen. So I'm tossing and turning for a bit when all of a sudden this gorgeous gray floofy kitty comes and hops on the bed and starts purring like mad. I happily oblige and pet the shite out of it. I love cats. I didn't have the covers on me as it was hot and this cat felt so soft, flopping itself against my skin. So the cat starts getting playful, hopping over my body from one side to the next, and I'm rolling side to side tickling its belly in between. But when I roll over next, my schlong flips over with me, sailing through the air in a perfect arch. Just before it slapped my belly the cat pounced straight onto it and dug 2 paws in, one on the shaft and one on the head, much like last night. I effing screamed in agony, sat up and started trying to pull its claws out my sausage. The one on my head came off straight away but there was a claw still hanging on for dear life about halfway down which was fully lodged. The cat started to panic because it was stuck. I heard my date running upstairs and as she came in I was sat up with her cat buried in my crotch holding onto its leg trying to free it. I whimpered "Caca stuck, help," and she burst out laughing but reached over and unhooked the last claw out my shaft, leaving me bare and embarrassed. I waddled over to the bathroom with blood trickling down onto my ballsack and sat on the toilet dabbing the little holes with tissue. I'm still sat here now, with tissue pressed against my member as it write this. Going to have a shower I think.
I'm a little confused on this guy's part.
Why he's still doing it? Or why he's still there?
Why he's so embarrassed.
I don't know. First of
That's
all,
one that as soon as I get a claw out, I'm losing my shit laughing. That's a good icebreaker with a new girl. That is great. What? Like, I don't get it getting embarrassed about that one. That's kind of my take.
so before Tinder, obviously before Tinder, and when I
Yeah.
was a single man, I was dating a young lady, and she had a cat, and something similar to this happened, but I was sleeping, and I was under the sheets, and I guess the cat slid under the sheets, and when I rolled over, everything moved, and I don't remember waking up. The only thing I remember is being against the closet door going, "Ah, get it off, get off, get off," and screaming. And this cat had claws and she was laughing. I was laughing. I was like, oh, and
Yeah.
it
I
happened.
don't really get that one. I was just confused because I was like, why is he so embarrassed?
Because because he's an idiot, but it happens.
Yeah. If someone's already opening up their legs to you, they're 99% of the chance, 99% of the time are going to be down to have some laughs with you also.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't really get that one. That's some awkward motherfucker
Yeah,
that
but-
can only use Tinder to get girls.
but I just want to let you know it's fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
It's a funny, good story. But it happens. It's happened to me.
I had one of our cats jump at my balls the other day.
Oh, well, you walking around the house naked or something?
No, I had drawstring pants on and they were down by my crotch. The drawstrings were,
Oh,
and they were like, yeah.
they would go fucking jump at the drawstrings and fucking nailed the nuts, huh?
Yo.
Nice. All right. Ladies, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, and then we're going to give every man's reaction to this poor one man's soul. My heart goes out for it to him. And then we're getting out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap her up.
All right.
This is just some advice for all the ladies out there. And it's a true statement. Coming from one of your own.
All right, hear me out. Never in the history of pussy eating has anyone stopped halfway through and said, "Don't come in my mouth." Ladies, take that as you will.
It's true. You've never heard that before, have you?
For pussy eating, yes. I've had that happen to me.
What? A girl? What?
I had a girl, like, one of my first blowjobs. Instead of she didn't want to like shoot it somewhere else. She didn't want to help me finish. And as soon as she was just like, yeah, whenever you get close, grab a towel and just shoot it to that.
Okay, yeah, that's on you.
It's the
That's a dude.
weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, I know. I think that, yeah, every woman, I think there's about a 60% women that don't want it in their mouth. Or if
I'm
they
fine
do,
with that.
that's fine. Just give me the, I'll give you the little tap. Hey, off. But she's right though. I've never stopped eating a woman's pussy and was like, don't come in my mouth.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying. Give it all, ladies. And she's
Pee
right.
on me if that's your way.
Huh?
Pee on me if that's your way.
Whatever it
Squirting.
is. Drown me. It's fine. Now, I'm kind of ending the podcast on a soft note because the last couple times we've ended it a little rough for everybody. Last week's story was bad. There's been a couple rough ones, okay? So this one, I'm just kind of the last video will be this. And we can all feel sorry for this gentleman.
What is it, Kaya? You having a baby brother or baby sister? No, a baby sister.
Okay, so I'm okay with him because like there's a lot of those where they get actually mad and like he's trying to be funny. He's trying to
you can tell he was a little upset, but dude, he had the best
enough. Yeah, no, he's
he
not
had
really upset.
Dude, he's a little upset. It's not a boy. But he had the best reaction that any guy could ever have when he was sitting there holding his daughter and he'd seen the
Already
pig. It was just
two
like
daughters. Yeah,
fuck. And he just fuck.
I've seen some where it's a guy like throwing a bottle, some bullshit like that.
Yeah, but
that pisses me off to no end.
no, that's
that's funny. Because
this
he's
good,
just
dude.
like, damn it.
Fuck. Dude, his wife laughing is probably one of the best parts, dude.
Oh, yeah, and
I think
fantastic. The point is that she's into it. If she was upset, then obviously other people can get upset.
Yeah. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to be a short one this week. Episode 107.
It's a good one. Easy.
Short, tight, quick. Political ads. Cats attacking penises.
Yeah.
Good dude fucking walking out on his marriage after 30 years. Damn.
That's a good one, though. That's a fucking good one.
That is a rough one. Oh, and don't forget we also talked about dragons and aliens this week.
I want aliens to be like, I want an alien buddy. I want a little alien pet or something like that. That's what I want.
Clearly, if they're coming from another planet to this one, they're going to be a little bit more advanced than us. And I'm going to let you know, ET is probably going to whoop our ass. But just saying.
You just got to hope that we have the old school American mentality with it. We try to control them as much as possible.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. All right, James, what you got? Anything?
Nothing much. Kankle_eater on Twitter. Go listen to Naked Robots. Yeah, I don't really got much. Spider-Man Remastered comes out on the 12th. I'm so fucking excited.
Okay. Now,
not much.
LostLosers.com. Go buy some merch, t-shirts, stuff like that. Go to, if you want to get a hold of us, you can see or find any weird shit that you want to send to us. LostLosersPodcast@gmail.com is the email. Make sure you go fuck with our Political guy for fucking waking me up from a goddamn nap. What else? Oh, at losers_loss on Twitter, loss_loser_podcast on Instagram and on the TikTok. So go follow us everywhere. We appreciate it. And
You.
Maybe the next stage in your healing journey is just running around calling people cunts.
thanks for listening, everyone. We appreciate it. Love you all. Bye.
Bruh.